What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. Chase Elliott wins the Busch Clash, or is it the Cookout Clash? Whatever the biff they call it. He wins it at Bowman Gray Stadium. NASCAR is back. We got a lot to talk about. And yes, the post-race reactions are back for the 2025. Make sure to give the video a huge thumbs up. And since a blue car won this race, Napa Auto Parts, maybe we could check out one of the new tools we got for the channel. We might do this each week a different color. Check this out. Boom! That one's more like the Napa blue. So we're going to run with that. And now we have ourselves a little bit of some aesthetic. We're working on it. Last year we had some new improvements to the studio. Well, obviously we're going to try to make some more improvements for 2025. We're going to experiment with it and see how the camera and the lighting and stuff. I might get some more lights to go over here. Regardless, wow. So we got a lot to talk about with the Busch Clash. I'm so glad NASCAR is back. I've been enjoying the NFL season. I love watching football, but, NASCAR being back, just all the new paint schemes, man. There is so much going on. Wow. So, NASCAR returned at Saturday at Bowman Gray. You had the heat races. You had the practice and qualifying. I'll be honest with you. I think Bowman Gray is a better racetrack than the LA Coliseum. I had extremely low expectations, but I feel like it races better with the next-gen car because you're kind of forced to race each other very difficult at Bowman Gray. It's flat. Like, literally, it is flat. So the cars don't want to turn. You have to kind of move people out of the way. So that kind of helped a little bit with the racing product. And then you had the last chance qualifier race on Sunday. Wow. I mean, this gave me vibes of 2004 Nextel Cup Open. So much chaos, so much drama. Kyle Larson in a beat-up race car freaking wins the race. I hope they make a Checkers or Wreckers version of that diecast. And he freaking wins the LCQ. Gets into the main show, but his car's so tore up that even with the repairs, he still wasn't able to be competitive. But his teammate went on to win the race. Chase Elliott absolutely dominated. I think it was like 160 laps led out of the 200. The LCQ, as expected, was the best race of the whole week. When you put the drivers into a situation where they have to they're forced to race aggressive. And they have to beat the person in front of them to get to the, what do they call it? The main? Is that what they coin it as in the more regional racing? The drivers just absolutely go crazy. And then you can see a steep drop-off with the actual main event. The drivers don't try as hard. It's an exhibition race. Naturally, there's no points on the line. Do you really want to tear up a car that you're probably going to end up running at Phoenix or Martinsville? So, naturally, you're not going to want to tear up your equipment. But the LCQ, man, fantastic. It was so much better than the LA Clash. And overall, I do think it was the best Busch Clash since they left Daytona in terms of the oval. It was crazy. I want to know what y'all think. Make sure to comment down below. We saw some tempers. We saw, no fights. Unless they happened as I'm filming this. But Ty Gibbs literally went airborne because he ran into another car. Justin Haley was, he was ticking off Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch was not happy with the 7 car. This is what it needs. It needs some drama. It's stock car racing at like the world's smallest short track for stock cars. And I'm going to be honest with you. If they were to say, hey, we're going to give Bowman Gray a points-paying cup day in the future, my one thing I want to see from it is it possible to have 40 cars on track? Why? Because once they get strung out, it is very, very tame racing because the cars don't have it. The drivers don't have an incentive to move the guy out of their way, right? If you're 10 car lengths back, well, you're not going to dump the guy ahead of you or run him up the racetrack and create some activity. So if you could put 40 cars on track, again, I don't know if that's possible or not, you're going to force drivers to kind of have that log jam effect that we see a lot at Martinsville. It could put on a really good show, and I would be really interested to see how it would turn out. The drivers, I wish they would have been more aggressive. Not saying you got to dump the guy, but I wish they were a little bit more aggressive throughout the field in the final or the main event. But hats off to them, literally, for the LCQ. That race was fantastic. I have no idea what the future is of this event. If they were to find a way to be able to put 35 or 40 cars on track, go back to Daytona, but make the Clash, or not the Clash, the Bowman Gray race a cup date for a points race, I would consider that, right? It's interesting. I never saw a Daytona Busch Clash or Bud Shootout that I can remember that was actually boring. So I was always a fan of the Daytona Busch Clash. I didn't want them to leave it, to be honest with you. That's just me. My favorite discipline is plate racing, so naturally it's going to be like that. But a lot of people wanted it to move from Daytona, and I can understand why. It's a crash course, demo derby, but I like demo derbies, okay? You've seen me play Wreckfest on this channel for a reason. I like some demo derbies. But yeah, comment down below what y'all think, guys. I'm like 99.9% sure, pun intended, because it's the 9 car at won. Shout out Chase Elliott. That diecast is going to be offered in the 164 and 124 scale. And one of my favorite features on Race to Win diecast, and now I'm like, oh, I need to get the 124, is when the cars go through the infield, they usually pick up some of the infield paint. And it creates this amazing effect on the tires, where the tires kind of have like a white paint effect on them. It's so cool. Like Elliott Sadler's Texas win, Kyle Busch 2008 Daytona, Jimmy McMurray 2010 Daytona. I love Race to Win diecast to have that. Naturally, Chase Elliott's car, when he went through the infield, it had some of it on there. So hopefully that'll be on the Race to Win diecast. Make sure to pre-order yours over there at Circle B Diecast and use promo code Diecastbuffet. Again, I'm not sure how the lighting is and everything. I'm still adjusting it all. This is literally the first video I have done with the new lighting in the background. So we're going to adjust this as we go. But the whole concept is to just add a little bit more aesthetic to the background. That's kind of what I wanted to do, to add some more lighting, which is going to help with the resolution a little bit. So we'll kind of work on that as we go. But fantastic weekend of racing, and I'm not just saying that because my driver won. The LCQ was so much fun. It made up for a little bit of the stagnation of the main Clash. Is it better than the LA Clash? In my opinion, yes. I do wish the drivers would be a little bit more aggressive. That's just my honest 2 cents on that. And now we kind of turn the calendar to Daytona. With Daytona 2 weeks away, hey, I'm just saying, to me, I include Atlanta with Daytona as like a artificial 2-week speed weeks. So the next 2 races are plate races. Like, we literally won't see a non-plate race in the Cup Series till, what is it, Las Vegas? So we're like 3 weeks away. Or no, technically 4 weeks, because you have the 1 week for the Super Bowl, and then you have, yeah. I'm okay with that. I love plate racing, so that's going to be a lot of fun to see how that shakes out. I have no idea who's going to be the favorite for the Daytona 500. There's so many storylines. It could be Brad Kay or Kyle Busch's final true attempt to win the Daytona 500. Do we get kind of a up-and-coming driver? Maybe a Ty Gibbs shocks everyone and wins the Daytona 500. Chase Briscoe, new team. Could he do what Truex couldn't do and win a plate race in the Cup Series? Could Truex show up? I mean, who's going to even make the Daytona 500? There's so many storylines. I'm hyped. And the diecast season, the 2025 diecast season, it literally just started. Already saw the Shane Van Gisbergen 164 Cup car in it was a early release at the track at Bowman Gray. Man, diecast season's kicking off, so expect a whole bunch of 2025s could be coming out. I think William Byron's car is going to be releasing soon, so it's exciting times for a NASCAR fan. Comment down below again what y'all thought about the NASCAR race. And thank y'all for watching. Have a blessed one. Oh, and I definitely need to touch on this in the video. Guys, y'all have been going crazy subscribing to the channel. I kid you not. 6,400 subscribers total. I never in my life have seen so many subscribers subscribe to this channel in the past 30 days. Channel records broke. Insane. Thank y'all so much for that. Welcome to the channel if you're a new subscriber. God bless y'all for all the love and support. I don't get the credit for it. God does, because I can't believe how fast the channel has grown the last couple of months. Y'all been going crazy watching the videos, man. I really do appreciate it. And I dropped a video yesterday. It was Saturday, and it was the GL mold diecast comparison to the EL mold. Thing got like 3,000 views. I'm like, what? That is crazy, guys. So thank y'all so much for the love and support. Yes, I know my hair is a rat's nest, but that's besides the point. Wow. I just want to say thank y'all for the love and support. I mean, it's crazy. Like, we just hit 6,000 subscribers, and now we're at 6,400. That is insane for a really small channel. Like, I can't even believe it. I remember when I had... I remember the journey just getting to 1 subscriber to 1,000 subscribers. That whole, like, what was it, a year and a half it took me to get there. And I was just working and uploading as much as I could. Wow. It is crazy. I mean, we are wilding with those numbers, man. I just want to say thank you all for that. Hey, and to touch on the point with the light back there, when y'all, like, donate to the channel and stuff like that, just know that I'm putting that into the channel. I'm looking for new ways to improve the channel, to get, you know, new diecasts in, new equipment, whatever it can be to improve it. And I wanted to wait till the start of the new NASCAR season before we kind of unveiled a new light system. And I might get another one. I don't know, but we're gonna see how this goes, because if you're not into, like, technical stuff, it might be time to click off the video. But I've noticed certain lights, they'll flicker as you film them. Like, the naked eye can look at a light and it looks just fine, but then you film it and but it does it really fast. It's hard to describe, but it's not good for filming. So I have to make sure I have a light that it's not going to be a distraction or an eyesore. So yeah, it took me a little bit, but thank you all for watching again. Have a blessed one. I'm going to finally end the video and quit wasting y'all's time. I'm not trying to, but it's been a whole off season, you know. I wanted to just gotta get everything out there. Chase Elliott freaking wins the Clash. I love it. Diecastbuffet. Signing off.